Sumainyo ang Panginoon.
At sumayo rin.
Ang mabuting balita ng Panginoon ayon kay San Mateo.
Papuri sa iyo, Panginoon.
Noong panahong iyon, sinimulang ipaalam na ni Jesus sa kanyang mga alagad na dapat siyang magtungo sa Jerusalem at magbata ng maraming hirap sa kamay ng matatanda ng bayan, ng mga punong saserdote at ng mga eskriba, at kanilang ipapapatay siya. Ngunit sa ikatlong araw, siya ay muling mabubuhay. Niyaya siya ni Pedro sa isang tabi at pinagsabihan ng ganito, Panginoon, wag nawang itulot ng Diyos. Hindi po dapat mangyari ito sa inyo. Ngunit hinarap siya ni Jesus at sinabihan, Lumayo ka, Satanas. Hadlang ka sa aking landas. Ang iniisip mo ay hindi sa Diyos, kundi sa tao. Sinabi ni Jesus sa kanyang mga alagad, Kung ibig ninumang sumunod sa akin, limutin niya ang ukol sa kanyang sarili, pasanin ang kanyang krus, at sumunod sa akin. Ang naghahangad na magligtas ng kanyang buhay ay siyang mawawalan nito. Ngunit ang mag-alay ng kanyang buhay alang-alang sa akin ang siyang magkakamit noon. Ano nga ang mapapala ng isang tao, makamtan man niya ang buong daigdig, kung ang katumbas naman nito ay ang kanyang buhay? Ano ang maibabayad ng tao para mabalik sa kanya ang kanyang buhay? Sapagkat darating ang anak ng tao na taglay ang dakilang kapangyarihan ng kanyang ama at kasama ang kanyang mga anghel. Sa panahong yaoy, gagantihin niya ang bawat tao ayon sa kanyang ginawa. Mga kapatid, ang mabuting balita ng Panginoon.
Pinupuri ka namin, Panginoong Hesukristo.
Isang magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Happy Sunday po sa inyong lahat. Salamat naman at kahit medyo pabago-bago ng panahon, paulan-ulan, pahinto-hinto, nandito pa rin kayo. At nakikipagdiwang ng banal na misa kasama nating lahat. No? Pakibati ang katabi, magandang tanghali. Magandang tanghali, hindi good night. Nais ko pong simulan ang ating pagninilay sa isang kwento. And my story for today is about a man who has a faith in God. Isang tao, isang lalaki na mayroong pananampalataya sa Diyos. Isang gabi, itong lalaking ito natulog. At sa kanyang pagtulog, nagpakita sa kanya ang Panginoon sa pamamagitan ng isang panaginip. In his dreams, God spoke to him and told him, You will find a big rock outside your house. And when you find one, push it, because it has been blocking the way. Push the big rock. The next morning, when the man woke up, he remembered what God had told him in his dreams. So, he rushed outside his house to check if there is really a big rock. Tinignan niya. And to his surprise, he saw a big rock blocking the way. The man, having faith in God, obeyed what God said. What did God say? Hello, tulog na po ba? Yes, God said, push the rock. And so that's what he did. The whole day, he was pushing the big rock. But not a single inch, it moved. Days became weeks became months, and not a millimeter the rock moved. One night, in his dreams, the devil visited him. The devil spoke to him in his dreams and told him to stop pushing the rock, for it will not move. The devil even told him that God tricked him for wasting his time and energy by pushing the rock every day. He even asked the man, why go through all that pain when you can stop and just live your life? Ba't pa pinag-aaksaya mo ng panahon yan? Yun ang sabi ng demonyo sa kanyang panaginip. May mga natutulog na po ba? Baka mangusap ang demonyo. Joke lang po. And so the next morning, he remembered what the devil told him. The man stood beside the big rock. And for the first time in the past months, he did not push the rock. Instead, he shouted at God and told him, I have labored all this time and put all my strength and effort for what you have asked me to do. You duped me. Nilinlang mo ako. And I let myself be duped. At nagpalinlang ako. Ang drama, no? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you punishing me? Why are you allowing me to suffer in pain? Then God spoke to the man, Son, I never duped you. Di kita nilinlang. I never said you move the rock. I only told you to push it. Hindi ko sinabing iurong mo. Ang sabi ko, itulak mo lang. Look at yourself now. Your arms are strong and muscled. Your back has become stronger than ever. Your hands become thick. And your legs have become massive and hard. Son, there will be a calamity coming in a few days. You are tougher than ever. You are now ready, and you will surely survive. My dear brothers and sisters, this is similar to what our readings for today would want to tell us. Parehas din ng nais ituro sa atin ng ating mga pagbasa. In our first reading, Jeremiah, si Jeremias, was frustrated about God for duping him or deceiving him. Medyo dismayado itong si Jeremias kasi pakiramdam niya, niloko siya ng Diyos. Pakiramdam niya, nilinlang siya ng Diyos. Kasi sabi sa kanya, ipangalat mo ang salita ng Diyos. And he did. He followed God. He obeyed God. Pinangalat niya ang salita ng Diyos. But now, when he was doing it, pinagtatawanan siya ng mga tao. Ginagawa siyang katatawanan. Hinahamak siya ng mga tao. Kaya siya'y nahihirapan at nasasaktan. Ang hinaing ni Jeremias, sumunod lang naman ako sa iyo. Bakit nahihirapan ako? Kaya gusto niya tumigil na at huminto sa kanyang ginagawa. Isn't this common to us? Isn't this a common complaint among us? That whenever we get to face difficulties or trials, even if we have faith in God, we get frustrated at God. Diba parehas din naman? Parehas din naman tayo ng drama ni Jeremias kapag sinusubok. Lord, nagsisimba ko linggo-linggo. Bakit mo naman ako pinahihirapan? Lord, mabait naman ako. Bakit kami nasusubok ng asawa ko? Lord, naging tapat naman ako, di ba? Bakit mo ko ginaganito? Isn't that the same complaint as what we heard from Jeremiah? Kasi ayaw nating nasasaktan. Walang taong gustong nahihirapan. Because for us, a good life should have no struggles, no problems, no pain. That is a good life. Kaya hanggat maaari, iiwasan natin, aayawan natin. Ilan po sa atin ang tinakasan ng hirap sa pag-aakalang dadali ang lahat? Ilan sa atin ang inayawan, ang pagdurusa sa pag-iisip na magiging magaang ang buhay? Kaya nga, ang sinasabi ni Jesus kay Pedro sa ating ebanghelyo, lumayo ka, Satanas. Hadlang ka sa aking landas. Ang iniisip mo'y hindi sa Diyos, kundi sa tao. Peter was thinking that hardship should not happen to Jesus. Ang iniisip kasi ni Pedro, hindi dapat mangyari sa'yo. Hindi ka dapat pahirapan. Hindi ka dapat mamatay. Kasi ganun ang tao. Ayaw natin ng hirap. But what Jesus said, get behind me, Satan. You are thinking not as God does, but as human beings do. Plano ng Diyos na maghirap ako. Kasama sa gusto ng Diyos na mamatay ako. Para sa huli, maligtas kayo. Para sa huli, mabuhay ulit ako. What if God intends us to go through all this for us to get through? Yung iniiwasan mong problema, what if God intends that for you? What if lang? Paano kaya yun? Yung iniiwasan mo, baka naman kailangan mangyari. Yung pagsubok ng mag-asawa, baka kailangan harapin. You will never enjoy your anniversary if you will not struggle and if you will not face trial. Baka lang. Or maybe, how can we be tested if we will not undergo trial? Paano ka masusubok kung hindi ka naman haharap sa pagsubok? That is why Jesus' advice to His disciples is clear. He said, whoever wishes to come after me, sino mang nagnanais sumunod sa akin, limutin ang ukol sa kanyang sarili. Deny yourself. Take up your cross. Pasanin ang iyong krus. And follow me. Sumunod sa akin. Brothers and sisters, 3 things that you will do when faced with trials, problems, and difficulties. First, deny yourself. Stop complaining. Maybe it's not about you this time. No? Deny yourself. Limutin mo yung sarili. If you cannot do it for yourself, maybe try to do it for others. Yung problema nyo mag-asawa, kung gusto mong sumuko, kung ikaw lang susuko, baka. But maybe try to do it for your children. No? Hindi ako susuko para sa mga anak ko. Kung ikaw estudyante, hirap ka na sa pag-aaral, gusto mo nang sumuko, maybe do it for your parents. Hindi ako susuko. Gagawin ko to para sa mga magulang ko na naghihirap maghanap ng pangmatrikula ko. Do it for your parents. Maybe not for yourself. Look for others. Look for inspiration to push you. And second, take up your cross. Pasanin mo ang krus. You cannot just drop it. You have to carry it. Sabi naman, pasanin lang. Do not solve the cross. Hindi naman sinabi. I like the image of a man holding a cross. Imaginin mo, meron kang krus, maliit na krus. If you hold it apart from you or far from you, later on, you'll get tired. Isn't it? Mangangawit ka. So what you should do? Embrace it. Ilapit mo. Pasanin mo. Para tumagal. Para makaya mo. When faced with trials, take up your cross. You cannot just drop it. You have to carry it. And lastly, follow Jesus. There is no other way but Jesus' way. And so follow Jesus. You can find the solution, right? Because it's the solution, it's not with you. It's with Jesus. You follow Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, no one is exempted of struggle. No one. It just depends on how we battle. 3 things. Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow Jesus. Amen.